Welcome to the law firm of Davis and Davis. We're not a real law firm.
Go ahead, grab a beer, a glass of wine, sit back and listen.
I'm telling you, that man does not look stable.
I haven't been stable in years.
That applies to both of us. Thank you.
Welcome to the Davis and Davis Show, davisanddavisshow.com.
The davisanddavisshow.com for some excellent merchandise.
Guess what?
What?
Plane tickets have been bought. Flying home first class, flying there Southwest because I had enough points. I was like, fuck it. I'll just use the points. Hotel room booked Monday to Sunday.
Get your PTO in at the place that we should not name.
Already put it. Well, actually, it has not been put in yet, but I was in a meeting and our general manager was talking and he went, "We're already losing Scott in September." I went, "Oh, yeah, he's on board." he knows what's going on, man.
This is a non-negotiable vacation.
So I took my tidbit into work. Have it on my desk there now. And literally anytime that I'm not there, all it does is scroll through the Put in Bay countdown. And since my desk is right next to our GM's, he sees it every day now.
I got an app for my phone that's a countdown app. I had to fire that up here shortly.
I'm gonna have to I'm trying to find like a countdown timer for the website. So that and just put that on the front page. There you go. Countdown to Put in Bay. Hey, I sent you a link the other day. Some very exciting news up on the island. The Beer Barrel Saloon is up for sale.
Oh, yeah. The longest bar in the world or something like that.
Guinness Book of World Records, longest bar in the world. If you were to take the bar, unfold it, and stand it straight up, it would be taller than the Statue of Liberty.
Wow.
Yes.
And it's going for cheap. 13 mil, I think it was.
$13 million. But and I say this with all of my business mind working. I know that evaluation wise, it's probably worth 10 million. And whoever's going to buy it is, yeah, we'll have to fix that in post.
They're real this time.
Wow. That was bad. 612, 712, dude.
I'm on it.
Yeah, whoever's going to buy it is going to negotiate it down to about 10 million, I think, is what it's going to go for. But it's not just a bar. That's the thing.
Well, they got a full kitchen there. They have a
58-room hotel attached to it.
Oh, shit. I didn't know about that.
And
gift shop.
A liquor store attached to it.
Oh, that's part of them.
That is part of the Beer Barrel Saloon.
That's like the only liquor store on the island, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like that you can go and just buy a 6-pack of something
Yeah.
and go.
Now
No,
the pizza shop is the only liquor store on the island.
yeah, but we could buy bottles of vodka from that vodka place.
That's different. You're talking
Yeah,
about a distributor.
yeah.
Um,
But yeah, that's the only place to buy a 6-pack of beer and take it back someplace,
yeah.
basically. I don't even think the grocery store next door doesn't even have any beer, do they?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, they do? Okay.
Yeah, I bought beer at the grocery store, but it's actually the same price as the liquor store next door. Anyways, so there you have it. The news from the island it's sad news. I'm hoping that whoever buys it doesn't just come in, gut it, and make something else.
Well, you're going to have to make some changes to it, obviously.
Oh yeah, like Bob and I were talking about it last night, and I told him,
get rid of the wood paneling. I mean, you need to do something.
well, it has to be updated. I would leave the bar because that's kind of famous.
Yeah.
The section that's past the dance floor over on the other side, I would actually close that off with a movable wall and make a back bar over there that has pool tables,
Oh yeah, dartboards.
Something that you could have open during the week to compete with Real Bar and the other little bars that are open through the week, but then open up the big section for the weekends and the summer. So that was, and I would.
Do they have the garage doors on the front there, or is it just all? They don't have any of those like opening garage doors in the front, do they?
No, they have a way to the outdoor patio, but I don't think that they're garage doors.
It's just they need to do that entire wall
with garage doors,
with big garage doors that open up, so it's just this big open air.
I think the other thing that I was talking to Bob about was the stage is almost 4 feet tall and the ceiling in there is low. I would actually lower that stage to about 2 feet tall, get the bands closer to the audience, but also have a little more depth for the lighting. The lighting system needs to be totally redone. The sound system needs to be totally redone. But honestly, it's and the other thing was to install a lighting system over the dance floor so that, say you don't have a band one night, you just have a DJ, you can still have somewhat of a dance party going on.
Tipper's Lounge and Restaurant. Oh shit, that's right. They did have like a separate restaurant there.
Yeah.
Oh, totally forgot about that. Rename that.
Well, I mean,
Tipper Gore.
If it's the Beer Barrel Saloon, why would you call it Tippers?
No, they have that. We walked in this. Oh, you weren't with us. I'm sorry. Or did you go in there and walk through where they've got the little store with all those the brain cells are dead already. I had a rough day, man. The tchotchkes and stuff. They got a little thing right there, but they have like a separate restaurant, and that's called Tippers.
I don't know if they own that or if they lease that. Because they don't own the pizza place. They lease that out. Anyways. There you have it.
Yep. For the low price of $13 million. I mean, I'm sure I could scrounge up $1 million, just couch change, but that'd be about it.
I told Bob I could come up with $1 million, but the rest of that,
It's all on you, buddy.
y'all better freaking start looking. No, I talked with two of my friends down here that are financially well off.
Gotcha. Possible investor types.
Yeah. Yeah, and we discussed it yesterday. And I said I would be totally fine with moving up to the island and managing it. And they're flipping it around, but the one lady, she seemed like, well, you know, it's 1,200 miles away.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep track of an investment that you're not by. So I don't know what'll happen with that, but
there we go. I was wondering why I could see the reflection of my glasses. I didn't have my real glasses on. Hey, buddy. You got a cup up to your mouth. What you drinking?
it is bamboo, coconut, vodka, and pineapple juice. I don't know.
Pineapple juice just makes everything better.
They gave me 3 days off in a row.
Those fools. What were they thinking?
What
the hell you say?
Yeah.
Your liver heard 3 days off and went, oh man.
Yeah, it started last night. I'm off Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But man, I
And
don't
you've got to work 6 days in a row now.
I want to say that I was getting frustrated at work, and I expressed my feelings the other day, which
were you in a safe space when you did that?
kind of. But in explaining my frustrations, I think people got scared because we just lost our sales manager, and now our event coordinator is leaving next week, and I think everyone took a shit like, oh fuck.
Yeah, we can't afford to lose any more people at the moment. Let's placate the scary Ohioan and give him a couple days off.
What?
How's that sound?
Should we buy his plane ticket to Ohio?
You could at least upgrade the way here at first class. That'd be all right.
So, anyways, I explained what I was drinking. What the hell are you sucking down tonight?
Oh, it's good stuff. This is Bardstown Fusion Series number 9. Oh, this is nice.
Bardstown is one of my favorites.
We can barely get it here. It's like kind of a special allocation kind of thing. Have you done the Fusion Series?
Yes.
I have 8 or 9.
I have done just about every type of Bardstown there is, except for the $500 bottle.
Yeah, we're not going to do that.
No,
this is really super pleasant. It's like you take that first sip and it's like it's fruity flavor. It's cherry, but it's not like cherry flavored. I don't know how to describe it.
It's so weird because you get.
It's like a fruit forward feel and taste, but it's not fruit flavored.
But the thing is that after you drink it, you get the back end, you get the caramel, you get
that kind of oily mouth feel, which we like. You get a little caramel, a little sweet. It's like, this ticks off all the boxes for me, man. Now, granted, it was a little pricier than the stuff I normally buy, but it's like I don't get to see it there often. I'm like, I've wanted to try it for a long time, There it is. Okay, okay, fine. And then I also tried out. There was this bottle of vodka sitting there, which was $2 cheaper than my cheap ass Seagrams.
Mm-hmm.
FRI with 2 dots over the IS. I'm assuming that's pronounced freeze. I don't know. I don't have no idea where it's from or anything. But by gum, I think for $2 less than the flavor, I think that might be my new favorite cheap vodka at this point in time.
Good on you. Gonna have to do a review on that.
World's chilliest vodka.
That's then it would be
Okay.
freeze.
Certified at crafted at chilled temperatures for crisp, smooth vodka. 4 times distilled and utilize the unique freeze filter process that removes impurities. I have no clue who makes it. Natural flavors, 80 proof. Sazerac. Oh, okay. Sazerac's, we know Sazerac.
Yeah.
Louisville, Kentucky. Yeah. They got a lock on bourbon and whiskey. So yeah. That's probably why it's a decent, very reasonably priced vodka.
There you go.
There you go.
And now Scott Davis with the Gaza Strip update.
They're still fighting.
That was Scott Davis with the Gaza Strip update.
Let me just write down that's another $2.50 to Andrew Lloyd Webber. All right. What else is going on? Mama is in a group home now.
What?
Yes.
Mama's Fetty had to go away?
No, not Mama's Fetty. Mama.
Oh, your mama.
Mama Jamma.
Oh.
Mama
Well.
Jamba. Who
Oh, that's right. She was out with your brother in Vegas. Oh gosh, that's right.
Yeah. She is officially in a group home now.
Nothing like a bit of girl on girl.
You sick, twisted fuck you. You have been drinking all day, haven't
you? So they put her in, and it's a rehab facility with a retirement home attached to it on the other side.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah.
She's
taking it well, I'll bet.
She's gonna be in there for 3 months. Medicaid will pay for 3 months.
Okay.
So I'm talking to my mother, and she's like, oh yeah, the lady next to me, all she does is calls the ambulance 3 days later and says she fell, and they put her back in here for 3 months, and she doesn't have to pay for any of it. It's like, what type of hustle is this?
Hey man, hate the player, not the game. Or hate the game, not the player, whatever.
Mom.
It's a cot and 3 squares for free. Yeah. Hey, septuagenarian's got to do what a septuagenarian's got to do,
Well, since she's been in there, she's made friends, and my phone quit ringing. So I'm happy. There's positives.
Bonus. She's not hating her life in there. That's dude. You have no idea how huge
it's a
that
bonus.
Because usually people go in there and they're MF and their kids and for having her digging that, dude, you are so lucky.
Oh my god. So got that going on.
Nice.
I told you that I applied for a job.
Did you have an interview or
with a lighting company? Had an interview.
does the money suck?
Money would be with bonus about $125,000 a year,
No, that doesn't suck.
Monday through Friday.
That sucks less.
Mm-hmm. Did my interview. It was 45 fucking minutes long.
Dang.
I talked about everything. LEDs, CRI, color temperature. It was the best interview I've ever had.
Because they actually understood what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh, I was so excited. Until last night.
Oh, did they give you the Dear John letter?
Got the Dear John letter last night.
Fuck.
And how do I say this? It sucks getting old. I can almost 100% guarantee, because I was totally qualified for that job, I can guarantee that it was my age. And that
job would need some wisdom behind it, but whatever.
the hell do you think I am? I am full of fucking wisdom.
I know.
The hell you say? I will send you to Jesus.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, the showroom was going to be totally computer controlled, of which I was like, yes.
Have I shown you pictures of my house?
There's a reason why there's an Avalite light board sitting right in my living room.
Let me try to qualify my end. This is my couch. That is my light board.
So yeah, unfortunately, I'll just say it. Melito Lighting did not want me. There you go. So over the past couple of days, I've been doing all this research back in the field that I used to be in 4 years ago. And so much shit has changed in the lighting world.
Oh, I can't even imagine. It's like the changes in cars in the past 5 years there's 10 times the electronics and crap now that there was 5 years ago. Lighting's got to be the same way.
But the Avalite D9 board that they just came out with, my industry is changing a lot. When I was in it, it was all about manual control and stuff like that. Now that you're getting, LED boards and, multiple lights and all this stuff, everyone is starting to go to time coding.
Well, they got to be computer controlled.
Yeah,
they have to be.
And
I'm surprised that they haven't come out with like the touch screen that you can like heavier pressure does a different color temperature and you can like move it around like a kinetic sculpture almost.
Right. So I started to do a bunch of research. Avalite is my favorite light board. It's the one board I've always loved using, and they've added the new time code system to their light board. I've used the Grand MA. Grand MA is one of the toughest boards to figure out, and once you figure it out, it's the best board in the world for it. Avalite's board, a freaking monkey could run it.
Dumbass, hit the button. Dumbass, hit the button. Dumbass, hit the button.
Okay. I'm dead serious. The time code system is so flippin' easy. You load a song and you can load it by SMPTE, Winamp, whatever. Load a song, play it, run it manually. It records everything in a timeline.
Ooh.
Then you can go back and go, oh, I want this a little bit closer, this a little bit further away. Let's take those blinders out because it's just a bit too much. Boom, boom, boom. Play it again. Boom. Yep.
Pretty.
Got a show.
Let me
but
ask
it
you
was
this.
amazing. It was amazing to see how freaking easy it's become, because back 10 years ago, I had to code all that.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let me ask you this question. Can you push a song through that and let it decide what it thinks it should do, and then?
That it won't do.
Okay.
And
I'm sure that's next year's board.
No. Atholite, Grand MA, none of them are going to add that feature. Mainly because that will put a lighting designer out of work.
Never. You always have to tweak stuff. You always have. I mean, AI
you could have you could have
it ain't that good.
You could have a master electrician do it. But it's when it gets to that point, you're going to put a lot of people out of business. I mean, I'm in the golf industry now, and I'm seeing it here. A company just came out with automated electric mowers. I have 30 people in my maintenance department. This would knock my maintenance department down to about 6.
Well, they'd all have to learn how to fix the damn thing, so they all get paying more money. But
that's why it would knock it down to 6. I would have to keep Jose because he's the irrigation guy. I would have to keep Jeff because he's the superintendent. I could get rid of Shane, who's the assistant superintendent. Don't need an assistant now. I could get rid of all of the people that we picked up from under the bridge that we have riding mowers.
The hell, that's for white people.
did you roll down to Home Depot and go, anybody know how to do a mower? Come on down.
Hop on in. Hablo español?
Hablo inglés un poquito. Good enough. You're good. Okay, come on down. You know what good means? You know what bad means? You're hired.
So, another company, which you already see this. Have you ever seen a Top Golf driving range?
Yeah. We have got one up in Cleveland.
Totally automated.
Oh, really? Oh, the ball collection, you mean?
Totally automated. You have one maintenance guy that's just there to fix it when it breaks. Because Range Servant, which is one of the companies, it is the company that we use for our ball pickers and all that stuff. They have now come out with an automated system where a freaking robot drives out there. Beep, beep, beep. I'm going to pick up 500 balls and come back and dump it into this van. Oh, all these conveyor belts. It just takes it to the ball washer. Okay, now the dispenser is automated. We could start getting rid of pro shop guys. Yeah. The automated world. Anyways, with that said, I think we need to do this. It's time for Burke's Spoken Word.
I believe in you. You know the door to my very soul. You are the light in my deepest, darkest hour. You're my savior when I fall. And you may not think I care for you when you know down inside that I really do. And it's me you need to show. How deep is your love? How deep is your love? How deep is your love? I really mean to learn, because we're living in a world of fools, breaking us down when they all should let us be. We belong to you and me.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to Burke's Spoken Word. Prolific.
I got to go to like the second verses on some of these because the first verses are almost giving it away.
I'm going to send you a verse that I want you to do.
No, yeah, I'm on it, man.
All right,
shit.
ladies and gentlemen, we're running out of time here. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. You guys will get the motivational minute. You'll get everything that you need. Whatever.
All the nutrition a growing person desires.
Yeah. All right. We'll be right back.
See ya.
I forget. I forget where I was.
You said you were at dinner. I got this text from Scott the other day. It's like, hey, I'm out to dinner and they're playing great songs. I was trying to get a list going. So it was this one and something else. And we'll probably get to that later on. But
yeah, I have to tell you about this. So I love Japanese food. And there's a sushi place right down the street from me that I'd never eaten at. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go try the sushi. Walk in, find out that it's not just sushi. One side is sushi. The other side has 5 hibachi tables.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got a place like that up in Fairlawn. Well, actually, I got A1 down here in Canton. That's pretty dang good for being in Canton, you know?
So I was like, all right, screw it. Let's give the hibachi a shot. Get this. You get a New York strip, a chicken breast, scallops, shrimp, vegetables, and I chose noodles instead of fried rice for $69 for 2.
Dang.
Yeah, I was like, sold. All right, let's give it a shot. So I make my order and all that. Thoroughly excited, expecting a nice middle-aged Japanese man to come out. His name was Jesus. He's still cooked. He cooked a great meal. Made the onion volcano, everything. He didn't do the egg trick, which saddened me because the Japanese man at the table behind me did the egg trick. I was like, damn, I'm getting gypped out.
Yeah, we got a place up in Fairlawn called Wasabi, and it's actually a really beautiful place. I put a link there in the chat for you, and you can go to the gallery in Akron. It is really beautiful. They actually have, like, they have the hibachi side.
Ooh.
And then they have the sushi side. They have a whole sushi bar you can sit at. They have tables out there. They have private rooms with the sliding doors, and you get, yeah, it's an experience. It's beautiful in there. When you walk in the doors, I don't know if you're looking at that.
I was
The glass.
Blue, yeah.
Yeah. So there's all water underneath that with fish that you're crossing over as you walk into the next set of glass doors. It's fabulous. I mean, for being
and in
Fairlawn,
10 minutes, you get to eat them.
yeah, I was like, I want that one right there, the pink one. Yeah, that one.
Oh,
Okay, so I was cruising through Instagram. I believe this is a Twitter X from Josh Brolin. So Josh Brolin, Dune 2 releases in less than 2 weeks. Robot Lady and Wonka fall in love. Then Elvis tries to fuck it all up while his bad dad floats in a pool of pond scum. The WWE dude from Guardians gets super pissed while Midsummer Hottie puts the eyes on Wonka Obi-Wan just after his mom gets caught taking LSD in a sandy bathroom. Shigur still doesn't like the guy from the Goonies. Is that the best? Is that the best synopsis of a movie you've ever heard?
you have to love Josh Brolin.
Oh, okay. And I was telling some kid today, he had seen the first Dune, and he's like totally waiting for this next one to come out. And I was like, he had seen No Country for Old Men. I'm like, yeah, Josh, is in this movie and blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh shit, the bad guy's in Dune 2 also, man. He's like, really? He's like, yeah, he plays Stilgar the Frem. He's, oh god, that is him. I'm like, I know, right? Then I was like, it really blew his mind when, like, the Baron Harkonnen, the guy that floats around, Did you ever see Thor? Yeah, that's the
Mhm.
doctor from Thor. He's like, oh my God, it is. Like, yeah, I know, right?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, good stuff. But a couple of celebrity-ish deaths. Gentleman by the name of Kenneth Mitchell passed away at age 49. Canadian actor known for his role as Eric Green in the CBS television series Jericho and portraying various characters in Star Trek Discovery. He also appeared in film as Ralph Cox in the sports biopic Miracle and as Joseph Danvers in Captain Marvel. He passed away at age 49 from cancer. And then McKenna Anthony Mac Sinise, this is the son of Gary Sinise.
Gary Sinise? Oh.
Passed away at age 33 with a rare form of cancer. So
I still believe that cancer is in everyone. It's just whether it manifests or not.
yeah, they say that like what you eat, like processed foods, allow it to thrive, and yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff out there.
You know, since I was 16 years old, everything in the world is going to give you cancer. So
Water, you name it.
I'm 55 years old. I could give two shits anymore. Come and get me.
It all hurts at this point. I don't care. Whatever.
I wake up. It takes me an hour to get out of bed because I can't move my knees. Okay. I really don't give a shit anymore. Not to mention the fact that I'm butt fucking ugly now. I say now.
Don't sell yourself short. I think you're just fucking ugly. I don't think you're butt. I just think you're just fucking ugly.
Yeah.
I mean, I look like Uncle Fester. What do you want?
All right. It's time.
Welcome to the Davis and Davis Show's dating, marital, and sex tips of the week. Today's tips are for the people in the dating world. If by chance you happen to be at a bar and spot a person you are attracted to, don't be afraid to walk up and talk to the person. Open dialogue is how to start a relationship. The minute that person goes to the restroom, head over to where they are sitting, bend over, and sniff the hell out of their seat. Give it a good 5 seconds to make sure you are getting a proper sniff of the aroma. If it smells fishy, start the hunt over with another. Always remember to meet the parents of the person you are dating. This is how you gauge how ugly your partner will become. This has been the Davis and Davis Show's dating, marital, and sex tips of the week.
Marital. I don't even know what to say anymore. It is an absolute wonder that I ever dated anyone.
It's a wonder that somebody married you twice.
No, that's not a wonder. They were both shotgun weddings. Yeah, it's time. It's time for the Davis and Davis Show Motivational Minute.
Fuck your team's meeting and fuck teams. Your bullshit team's meeting could have been an email. But instead, there you are, pretending to be interested, while Michael from marketing takes a mighty shit, put his microphone unmuted. How the fuck do people still not know how to mute and unmute their microphones after all this fucking time? Fuck
We don't.
Say no to Teams meetings organized by lonely motherfuckers with nobody to talk to. And instead, fake a connectivity issue and do something joyful with your day. Fuck Teams. That is all.
This has been the Davis and Davis Show.
Motivational
production value.
So good.
Holy shit. Oh my God. All right, to top things off, my friend Jake, one of my best buddies, his sister, who I've been hanging out with for the past 3 weeks, just packed up and moved to Austin. I am so depressed.
No, sorry.
No, yeah. I think she was like 26. I still is 26.
New job opportunity, I'm assuming.
What's that?
New job opportunity for her out there?
Oh no, her father's freaking rich. She just packed up. I mean, she's an artist.
No. The lighting's better out there. The chakras align better in Austin.
I'm an artist. Damn it. Okay, I'm not gonna. So not to sound bad,
I'm always amazed at work. I'm like, I'm not the oldest guy there. There's a guy next to me who's like 70. And he and I collectively know more about computers than anybody in that fucking building other than the IT guy. I cannot figure that out. It's like you use it every day. You gotta know there's the simplest thing is like my computer's not working. Did you? And I pull out the line. Did you turn it off and turn it back on again? No. Try that. Oh, hey, it works. I know. It's like, can you turn your computer off in a couple weeks? No. Do it.
The Davis and Davis Show would like to extend the warmest of welcomes to the multi-time champion of the ARCA Menard Series, Mr. Tim Turner.
we lie a lot on our show.
Man, you've got some technical difficulties of your own.
I know that you don't have a lot of time, man. And we'll figure out another time to sit down and reminisce about the past in the ARCA Remax series.
Man,
but
it's all good. I just didn't want to no-show you tonight.
Well, it's all good, my friend. I know that you're a busy man. Are you still working for Linville?
No. Yeah, it's been an interesting past 8 months. Let's put it that way. Yeah,
all right.
My second job change, and yeah, starting a third thing tonight. So yeah, it's just weird.
Oh, ooh. So
alrighty then.
What are you doing now?
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm a maintenance technician at a travel center, so that when the ARCA trucks go through, I'll be able to hook up with maybe some of the guys. They'll be like, "Yeah, remember the old geezer?" and and actually still do some things for Linville, but that's a whole nother deal.
Well, Timmy was our driver when I got involved with ARCA, and my first meeting with Timmy coincided with a video of him backing his car into the wall at Daytona.
Ow. Got to bring
Thanks
that
for
up.
that memory.
Little salt in the wound. Thanks,
Hey,
Scott.
I got more. I'm still trying to figure out how I never became a full-time backed guy, because I got more TV time on that wreck than I probably did the other 2 years. Yeah, great. Yeah, I have it. It was in the ARCA promotional video the next year, so they were like, "Hey, you made the highlight reel. Great, appreciate it." No, it was good.
Like the wide world of sports when the dude crashes out on the high jump on the skis.
Actually, everybody remembers the guy. I remember it. He's trying to run and walk, and there's crap flying, his binders. Hey, you remember that?
So,
probably wasn't as good as Tin Cup, but hey, it'll work.
So Timmy and I, we did this for 2 years with K&K Racing. He was with Wayne Peterson Motorsports before that. But the 2 years, Timmy was my roommate in the hotels.
Tent mate. Make that tent mate, right?
We couldn't afford hotels. we slept.
We did what we had to do, man.
So there was one race that I wanted to talk about, and I think it was St. Louis. The Gateway. I drove my car, a 1982 Camaro.
Oh. I still want that car, by the way. That car loves me.
So we drive all the way to the racetrack. We do the race. We start to drive back, and every 2 miles, the Camaro shut down.
It was done.
Scotty was the owner, apparently.
Only 2 hours away from our shop at Mountain Home, and it took us 8 hours to get home.
But, that car, there was something we were supposed to do, and I don't know what it is, because once you got it back to the shop and it sat out there and we had our laugh about it, I used that thing I don't know how many times to run to the store, and it never quit on me again. I think it didn't like you.
Didn't like the long distance hauling, apparently.
It wanted to go home with me. Could have been the only trophy I took home from an ARCA race. Come on.
I was telling Burke earlier about the Toledo race. It was the first race with K&K Racing that we actually finished. I think we were 23 laps down, but we finished.
What was that? No, that was Salem.
Was that Salem? Oh, that was
Salem.
That was so the night before.
Yeah, that was Salem.
The night before.
Love that place.
Night before, my brother and I were drinking heavily.
No. No,
don't say that.
Hey, it isn't so.
My brother picked me up, threw me on the ground, and broke 3 ribs.
His other brother.
We wake up the next day.
You'll have that on the big jobs.
Please don't make me bring up Paducah.
No.
Oh, there's some dirt there. I'm going to hear offline.
Yeah. I think this is another phone call. Well, I tell you what, honestly, I got to tell you a story, and this will probably be when we get all of our stuff worked out. I need to tell you sometime about coming home from St. Louis yet again with Peterson when we come home the first time I raced at St. Louis. That's a story. That one was one that I will remember and forever hold dear to heart.
Well,
but
I definitely want to set up another time that we can actually sit down and go over some stuff, because there's some Mike Harmon stories that you have that I would just love to hear again.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'll kind of get that in the till for the next time we do this. All
right, buddy. Hey, I'm gonna let you. Right. I'm gonna let you go back to work. I'm trying to get big old Ed on here next.
Oh, yeah, cool.
And Lord knows that the minute that Ed logs on, none of us are going to be able to talk.
Well, I'm just going to tell you that whatever he says about me, it's not true. It's good people, man. You know that.
Yeah.
You can just harass him for me, but yeah.
I will, my friend. Hey,
All
go
right,
back
brother.
to work. Thank you very much for coming
All
on.
right.
Thanks, Timmy, man. It was good meeting you.
No, man. Hey, nice to talk to you. Yeah, we'll do it again.
All right, take
All
it
right,
easy.
buddy.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. All right.
Timmy Turner.
Timmy Turner. Driver of the number 6, as well as the 79. Dude.
So do me a favor.
Sure.
Because I am not super familiar with the ARCA series. I'm looking it up on Wikipedia right now.
Okay.
How to explain to the audience what ARCA is in relation to other racing?
All right.
Just so we have a basis for comparison.
ARCA was founded by a guy named Dave Markham, I think was his name.
John
Markham?
I got the page up, yeah.
Okay.
In Toledo, Ohio.
In Toledo, Ohio.
Okay. Interesting.
He was very good friends with Bill France from NASCAR. And originally, ARCA was going to deal with the Midwest when NASCAR was going to deal with the South and the East.
Oh, okay.
NASCAR grew, and ARCA grew as well at the same time. The thing that made NASCAR and ARCA work together is that they used the exact same cars.
Really?
So you could take a 1982 NASCAR and race it in ARCA for 3 years.
Nice.
So every year that ARCA progressed, you had a 3-year leeway with any of the NASCAR cars that were out there. This is why ARCA became a more of a feeder series for NASCAR instead of ASA.
Kind of like the minor leagues of baseball?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, there in the stock car world, there used to be what we called the ABC. The ABC program for a driver. That's ARCA, Busch, Cup. So the natural progression would be you start in ARCA, you move up to Busch, and then you move into the Cup series.
Okay, got it.
The difference between ASA and ARCA is 2 things. ARCA's wheelbase was 110. ASA was 105.
Okay.
So you couldn't use, you could use the same car. We modified enough 105 wheelbase cars to make them 110. It could be done. It's not a hard thing to do. But because the ARCA series ran the exact same cars, it was easier for them to start drivers there. Kyle Busch, when I worked in the ARCA Remax series, Kyle Busch was a rookie in the ARCA series.
I'm looking over some of these names. Yeah, Kyle Busch is at the top of the list.
Tony Stewart,
Justin Allgaier, Casey Mears.
Allgaier,
Casey Mears, Sam Hornish, Bobby Gerhart. Okay. There's a bunch of names that I'm recognizing. Benny Parsons. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this is where you start, basically, if you want to do NASCAR.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
And some people stayed there. So if you look it up, the winningest driver in ARCA history is going to be Frank Kimmel. who raced when we were in the series. Actually, nobody could beat him.
That sucks.
Well, he was really the first professional team to play in the ARCA series besides Bill Venturini.
Okay.
Who the other person that we were supposed to talk to tonight, Ed, used to be the transport driver for Venturini Motorsports. This year he switched to, I think he's with Spire. And he is Marco Andretti's transport driver.
Nice.
Now, Timmy, the guy that we just talked to, Timmy was our driver. Ed was the spotter for our team and pit crew coordinator.
Gotcha. So what kind of engines typically were you running in this series?
Oh, back when I was in it, they were 358s. Mainly the SB2 version of
LS Corvette stuff, or what?
No, mainly custom.
Okay.
Like our engines, I think our engines were DEI engines. Dale Earnhardt Incorporated. They were basically exactly the same as the engines that were being run in the ARCA series, but the compression ratio was a little bit different. I think we were 12-1, so it knocked horsepower down.
So what were you running horsepower wise?
About 700.
No, just 700. Wait, I got specifications up here. I don't know from what year. 350 to 396 cubic inches, 4-speed manuals. Really? Weight 3,500 pounds.
Yes.
700 brake horsepower. Sunoco unleaded gasoline, 18 US gallons, fuel injection, 12-1 compression, naturally aspirated, 105 inches wheelbase except restrictor plate tracks, or 110 all tracks. You could do steel bodies or composite bodies. Rear spoiler minimum angle 65 degrees steel or 70 composite, and you had power steering. Well, that's good. Interesting. So this was,
well, that's not the specs that we had when we didn't have power steering.
This may be old info here, but this
actually that's newer info. But now ARCA has mandated Ilmor as their engine provider. So all the engines are the same now.
Okay.
You order your engine package from Ilmor, they send you 2, 4, or 6 engines, depending on the size of your team.
Jesus.
Secondly, the bodies of the car are made by a company called 5-Star. They are all composite bodies now. Back when I was in the series, we used old NASCAR cars. So all of our cars were downforce cars that were custom built.
Okay.
In an attempt for the ARCA Remax series to lower the cost to the teams, they went to this composite body as well as a crate motor.
Okay, got it.
Now, this has also kind of hurt the ABC. the cars are not what NASCAR used to run or what NASCAR is running. So when they went to this composite spec car, it changed everything. I think you still have a 3-year leeway on cars, but the car of tomorrow that NASCAR runs will never run in ARCA.
Interesting. Okay.
So when that happened, there's a gentleman who took over for Markham. Is it Markham? Marcus? I can't remember. He married the daughter, and his name is Ron Drager. He is the president of ARCA. He made these decisions, and in a way, they were good decisions. In a way, it kind of killed ARCA.
All right.
Secondly, there was always a fight with Bruton Smith, who owned SMI, which is Speedway Motorsports Incorporated. They own Charlotte Motor Speedway, Texas Motor Speedway, all these different there was always a fight between Bruton and ARCA. Bruton wanted ASA to become the feeder series into NASCAR, so ARCA would keep getting blocked out of SMI courses. And
gotcha.
It started to really hurt when Bruton made it that ARCA was no longer a part of the Labor Day, the biggest day in motorsports.
Yeah.
The Coca-Cola 600 is run on Labor Day. The day before, it used to be, it wasn't that. It was the All-Star race the week before that. The ARCA race ran the ARCA race ran first, then the All-Star race.
All right.
And Bruton Smith, trying to get ARCA out of racing, nixed that. And it really killed the ARCA crowd, because if ARCA is racing an hour and a half before the All-Star race, how many people do you think are there? It's
none.
It's a packed house.
Right. What?
Yeah. If
so ARCA is getting all the people,
because the All-Star race is being run an hour after the ARCA race ends, all the people are already there.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
So that race was one of the most important races for ARCA, because they got a lot of exposure. They got a lot of drivers being seen by NASCAR fans that are there for the All-Star race.
I get you. All right.
So Bruton Smith kind of was like, no, bye-bye.
I don't think so.
Bye-bye. It ultimately put ARCA into the position where they had to oh shit. ARCA had to do something.
Okay.
ARCA was sold to NASCAR. I think it was like 6 years ago. Ron Drager is still the president. Do I think he made good decisions? I don't know. I mean, but now that they're owned by NASCAR, NASCAR's really kind of pushing for everyone to, kind of watch ARCA a little bit more, pushing for TV time.
That's good.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we got to take a break.
All right.
Yeah, we got to take a break.
Apparently someone has to pee. It's the Alan Parsons Project.
Yes. People, you're going to have to deal with the song because I got to go pee.
See ya.
Well, I just talked with Ed.
And?
So, Ed is sick.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He had a driver lined up to take Marco Andretti's transporter to Phoenix this weekend because he can't drive.
This is Mario's son, right?
Yeah. No, it's Michael's son.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Just 10 minutes ago, that driver canceled. So,
oh God, so he's got to do it.
I don't think he's going to be on. He is hunting for another driver right now. Which
that sucks.
Saddens me. Might be able to hook up with him tomorrow. Burke and I are off tomorrow.
Let's do this thing.
Yeah. We'll get this worked out. I really wanted to get my brother on. But my brother has basically told me that he doesn't like people and doesn't wish to talk anymore.
It's just you and me. I'll shut up if it's better. I don't care. Just come and go, hey, you got stories? And shut up.
Yeah. I'll talk with him tonight because if we do have Ed on, although my brother was very elaborate when I told him that I was trying to get Ed on, he was like, none of us will get a word in. And he's right.
So either Ed or your brother, one of the two, not both.
But Ed has been to Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s house.
Mm-hmm.
Ed has partied with the best of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to hear those stories.
Ed was a part of a team that Shane Meal, and if you don't know who Shane Meal is, Shane Meal was a an ARCA driver and NASCAR driver. His father is one of the best body guys in the stock car realm.
Nice.
Freaking phenomenal mechanic. Shane had a little problem with some white stuff.
Like chalk powder when you're snapping a chalk line?
So there was, I was, where the hell was I working? No, I was at Billy Bob's, Texas. And all of a sudden I find out Ed is there with a race team. He was driving their show car and had it on display over at Billy Bob's, Texas.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. So Ed and I ended up at Billy Bob's, Texas drinking that night, and the race team was there. And Shane Meal walks up. And apparently he'd been working in the working as a mechanic instead of a driver, because he's not allowed to drive anymore. He's been permanently banned. But it was just, I was like, that's Shane Meal. That's the CLR guy, man. His sponsor was CLR.
Oh, no.
Wonder if that shit gets heroin out of your system.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. I've got to get Ed on. Ed has some of the best stories. And honestly, you saw from some of the stuff that we talked about with Tim, Tim and I raced together for 2.5 years. And I was his PR director for 4 years. Absolutely fabulous man. Used to crack me up. He's from Pulaski, Tennessee. And if you don't know the famous thing about Pulaski, Tennessee, look up the KKK.
Is it maybe the birthplace
of the KKK?
Okay. Well, you know, every city's got its ups and downs.
So, I know that when we do the segment with Timmy, he's not gonna tell the story, so I'm gonna tell it.
Go for it.
We had an owner in the ARCA series. God, what the hell was his name? Oh, Mama makes 90 grand. Anyways, I'm not gonna mention names anyways, so it doesn't matter. Anyways, this owner,
you might, but you just won't edit it out. But anyway,
this owner was the first gentleman that I worked with in the ARCA Remix series.
Okay.
And my brother took him to Daytona.
Okay.
And he was like, I'm hooked. I'm fucking hooked. And I was like, so Mike calls me up. He's like, hey, we need a PR director. Built a website for him, everything. He had a car. He had no engine, but he had a car. And he always kept saying, Mama makes 90 grand. Well, this guy, for a living, did roofing, but he also he got a contract with Red Roof Inn, where he went and refabbed Red Roof Inns all over America.
That sounds like it would be fairly profitable.
Yeah. So Timmy becomes his driver because Timmy's already got a super license. So he can race any speedway in the ARCA series.
Nice.
Timmy, over the summer, goes with this gentleman to Paducah, Kentucky, of all places.
Paducah or Pulaski?
Paducah, Kentucky. Pulaski is Tennessee. He is from Pulaski. He went to Paducah. Oh, shit.
I can't find Paducah.
How can you not find Paducah, Kentucky?
Unless I'm spelling it wrong, I can't find it.
Paducah.
Paduka. Oh, there it is. But I'm spelling it wrong. Got it. Okay.
There you go. City in Kentucky. So he's there. And this guy that he is working with is kind of a drug addict.
Kind of?
Kind of.
All right.
Pothead. I'll just say pothead. Yeah, he's a pothead.
That's fine. That's okay.
Until he doesn't have pot for a week.
What does he turn to then?
Timmy calls me up and he's like, I am driving around the city of Paducah trying to find some fucking pot because I can't deal with him anymore. I was like, what? Now, this was prior to ARCA having drug testing for
testing, yeah,
everyone. Yeah. Dude, we have stories. We have stories out the wazoo. Like, there was one night, where were we? Kansas.
Oh God.
And we were camping out.
You were camping out?
What we in the ARCA series, we camped out a lot.
Oh God.
Because it was only $35 to camp out.
You had tents and crap you hauled around with you?
Uh-huh.
Oh God, no.
As a matter of fact, I not only had a tent, but I had a big canopy thing that was like 20 feet long that we would put up between all of our tents, and that was our common area. And it had walls and everything, so if it was cold out, we could throw a heater in.
You brought the living room with you. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. All right.
So we glamped, trust me. and remember, Kristen used to go with me to all the races. So
is she still married to you?
So she'd camp with us. And we're there. We're in Kansas. It's dark. And my tent's right next to Timmy's. You know, Kristen and I are sitting there. And all of a sudden I hear, motherfuck, there's a tick on my balls.
Look, having gone to Florida and all of a sudden realizing there's a tick somewhere in my body, I get that. I get that response. I'm like, the fuck is this on the back of my head? My mom's like, oh, it's a tick. Get off! I get it, but oh God, on your balls? Holy shit.
So like 5 minutes later, you hear, ah! I'm like,
you tried to burn it off?
You did the later trick, didn't you?
Most people light a match, blow it out, and But no, he does the whole goddamn lighter. That's brilliant. Oh dear God.
I could not stop. So that wonderful, I think it was a 1982 Camaro, but it was some sort of special anniversary edition where it had a digital dashboard. I mean,
was it all black and gold?
No, mine was white.
Okay.
White with black leather interior. But the dashboard, like I said, was all digital.
Mm. Okay, cat, go away.
It had a missing transmission mount.
Well, you'll have that.
So if you hit the gas way too hard, you heard the transmission go thunk.
Whoops. Yeah, we shouldn't do that.
And we drove it from Mountain Home, Arkansas to Kentucky Speedway.
Oh, God. What was that? 18 hours? Jesus Christ.
Not to mention the fact that I stopped in Pulaski, Tennessee to pick up Timmy.
What did he sit in the back seat?
No, he sat in the passenger. Come on, man. It was
Oh,
Camaro.
no, I thought you had somebody with you. I'm sorry.
It was a Camaro. No, that was one
Nobody
of the
sat in the
trips.
back seat of that fucking car.
That was one of the trips that we actually took alone. I think my Camaro right now is a race car. I think Mike Cook's son cut it up and turned it into a race car.
Put a manual in there and had fun.
I already had a manual.
Oh, well, nice.
Dude, best fucking car I've ever had. All excited. And we figured out the fuel problem. The fuel problem was that the rubber lines were collapsing when we were driving on the highway.
Oh, it needed too much gas.
The suction from the fuel pump was causing the rubber lines to collapse.
So did you move the fuel pump closer to the tank then?
No, we replaced the fuel lines.
With solid?
No, rubber, but they just weren't old.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
They were old.
Okay.
So it had to be done.
I will say, I had a picture of a 92 Camaro, I think a 92 Trans Am on my walls in my room as a kid. Because those were just goddamn gorgeous cars.
Wait, you said 92.
82? Sorry, 82. I was in high school, lived with a mom, had that car and the Trans Am. I probably cut them out of magazines and had them. Those were gorgeous cars.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know they didn't run great, but they were gorgeous because that was the first major rehash of that car. That was a gorgeous car.
Oh yeah. And to tell you the truth, driving them was actually a dream. I mean, it was a heavy enough car to where you stayed on the road, still rear wheel drive.
Mm-hmm.
And just the sway bars that were built into the car made it hug the road like you wouldn't believe.
Do you know what that car looks like?
Yeah, I owned one.
That car looks like the car from Mad Max. That's why that car looks so goddamn good. That looks like what is that Ford 14? What was that? No, that looks like the Mad Max car. That's why that car looks so good.
What was the Mad Max car made out of?
Oh God, it was a Ford something. Last of the VA Interceptus. Piece of history. Be ashamed to blow it up. Sorry. V8 coupe 73 Ford Falcon. Now this is all Australian stuff. So 73 Ford Falcon. Yep. That's a car.
Okay.
That's your Camaro front end right there, man.
That is the exact same car that I had.
Yep.
Except for mine was the anniversary edition. So instead of the 2.8 liter V6, I had a V8.
Nice.
And that thing was a freaking beast. It broke down. I actually had to have Kristen drive from Dallas to Mountain Home, Arkansas to pick me up because I had to go to work at Irving High School the very next day.
Damn.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I'm fucked. So I left the car in Mountain Home, Arkansas. I get a phone call from Timmy like 2 weeks later. He's like, you mind if I use your car? It's there.
Okay. Whatever.
I totally forget it's there. I mean, I went and bought another car. It's totally forgot it was there. Like 3 years later, I get a message from Mike Cook's son. He's like, hey, can I use your car as a race car? Huh. Yeah, go ahead. So I think it's been turned into a dirt track car. Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
It's like
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, that abandoned car you had. Yeah, can I race it? Yeah, go ahead. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
Timmy and I. Okay, so Timmy and I, our first year in ARCA, made the commitment to Mike Cook. I was working, I had Davis Lang Designs running, but I was also hired part-time with the city of Irving or Irving ISD to run their auditorium at Irving High School. So with a job like that, you have summers off, and the racing season is the summer.
All right.
So Timmy and I packed up and moved to Mountain Home, Arkansas.
Jesus Christ.
For 2 summers in a row. Not just one summer, but 2. Living at the race shop.
Oh, God.
But this is where I learned everything that I know about race cars. Everything. How to paint them. How to take an engine apart. Everything. I mean, I am the one person that you know that can probably dismantle a V8 in under a half hour. I can replace a pumpkin. And if you don't know what a pumpkin is,
look it up.
Look it up. I can replace a 9-inch Ford pumpkin in about 10 minutes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I smell like gear lube,
Yeah.
but I can do it.
Your wrists are stained for a week, but whatever, it's going to happen.
The racing, yeah, we've got to finish this racing show because it's just, I did it for so long, and most people don't know I used to own a website called Pit Road News. So I had, not only did I work for an ARCA team, I was also a media member. I was a member of the AAWRBA.
Well, that sounds really good.
Auto Racing Writers and Broadcasters Association.
That sounds really important. Was it?
No, it was like $35 a year. That was about it. I got to vote on who went into the Stock Car Hall of Fame, though, which was
that's kind of cool. I ain't gonna lie.
Talladega. Yeah, it was a fun time. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that was during that whole time that you and I didn't talk.
Yeah, we had a few years of no contact, so yeah.
Well, it was hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I got divorced, I really kind of shut everything in Ohio down and didn't want any of the reminders.
Yeah.
I got over it after a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter's
I
still
love the
hating.
fact that you like wanted me to comment on like sports. You got in touch with me like, we need to talk about sports. I'm like, I know nothing about sports.
Actually,
racing. I don't know nothing about racing.
The whole thing was that at that point in time, I owned the Cleveland Sports Fan podcast.
Yep.
We didn't have this.
No.
So the only podcast I had was something about sports. Burke, you got to come on. Wait.
Gotta talk about sports. I'm like, I don't know nothing. You know about racing. I know about the 24-hour not Le Mans, the 24-hour Daytona. That's the only thing I know about racing and sports.
Oh,
that's it.
Which reminds me, I'm very upset with you. You did
that's
not
typical.
send me a link to watch you guys.
I didn't go. It was at Bob's son's house. He just had surgery, the back surgery.
Right.
So his son did a 24-hour race. I did not go. So I don't think there was any link. I don't think they did anything online whatsoever. So didn't go. Whatever. Next year. We'll do it next year.
All right. We're going to shut this down here.
Yep.
DavisandDavisShow.com.
The DavisandDavisShow.com. There's some really actually good merchandise there if you want. There's t-shirts, there's hoodies, there's really cool shit there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in a couple of days.
Yeah. You have a good time and we'll see you soon.
And hopefully we'll have Ed and Tim back on so that we can finish this.
And maybe Art.
God, do you know how long of a show that would be?
That's a 5-episode show just with him.
Jesus Christ. Between him and Ed, we've got the rest of the year planned. All right, we're out of here, ladies and gentlemen.
Have a good night.